Yes, munch on that. Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to Just Joshin Pod. My name is Josh, and over here,
my name is
Josh.
Also Josh.
This
here.
Is Josh. Hi. Yep. Welcome.
And I think we have another Josh in the building today.
Oh, do we?
Anxiety.
Anxiety Josh joining us for season 2.
Season 2, he's back. He would never left.
He's always here.
Oh, Amy. Oh,
he never goes away.
We're back. We're still back. I'm still happy that we're back. It's fantastic. I'm so happy that I'm standing up and I have a microphone now.
We're celebrating with a denim day.
It's denim day. It's always denim day. You're right.
Always. For me, always denim day. Yes.
So, sir, tell me, what you been playing?
So, still, as always, Tears of the Kingdom. Love it. Can't live without it. Perfect. Yeah. But I've also been really into Pokemon Unite lately.
Really? Okay.
Yes. It's really fun. It tickles the itch of a MOBA game without the toxicity of the internet.
Toxicity of a MOBA game.
Yeah, without the toxicity of a MOBA game. There's like no communication whatsoever. It's like pre-done responses or like little pings, and you get to play as Pokemon. And the match is like 15 minutes tops. And it doesn't feel like it's impossible to get mad at it, because as soon as you lose, you get to hop right into another one. Boom, it's over again.
That's true. I still haven't played it yet.
It's really fun.
It's on my list. It's on the Switch and where? And
on the phone.
Oh, mobile. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have some friends that play exclusively mobile.
That's I don't think I can do that.
It's not bad. It's interesting. But like, it's not bad. Like, I could actually like sit down. I was at the car wash the other day and I was sitting waiting for it, and I played it out on my phone. I'm like, this is actually kind of nice,
I mean, I tried playing, what's that? There was it was Brawl. What was something?
Brawlhalla?
I forgot what it. No, it was I forgot what it was called, but it was kind of like a mobile game. It's 3 versus 3. I played that, I think, back in 2019, and I was hooked on it. It was a mobile game, and I played it, and then me and my friends at the time, we played it so much that I got so burnt out of it that I was like, I don't think mobile games are my thing anymore. So like, anytime I think of a mobile game or anything like that, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I have a PlayStation. I have a Switch. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, if I have the choice, I'm going to play on a console or a computer more than my phone. Yeah. But sometimes if I'm out or if I'm waiting on something and my attention needs to grab onto something, I'll boot something up. But usually I don't have too many on my phone, because I know that I'll be prone to just sitting on the couch and just hunched over like a gremlin playing my Clash of Clans or something.
Right.
I don't know.
But I do that with the Switch anyway. So like,
yeah. So it's fine.
I have been playing more of the Tears of the Kingdom.
Nice.
I haven't been like binging it. Like, I haven't been like on my Switch the whole time. But I'm at the water temple.
Ooh.
I'm at the water temple. And I forgot how to play the game. I was like, I need to use what's his face. I need to use his power for these puzzles, because I went up to them. I went up to the puzzles.
His name is Sidon. Put some respect on that name.
So, I'm sorry. I didn't know his name. Didn't want to ask. I didn't want to be embarrassed. Okay, Sidon. He's like one of the best characters, honestly. But I went to like one of the wheel things, right? One of the like 4 wheel things, and I went up to him. I'm like, okay, so I need this to move. How do I make this move? Right. And it's in one of the puzzles where you have to keep the door up so the water can drain. And so I'm just sitting in the room trying to make the wheel move. Right. And the water starts rising. I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay. So I keep doing that for about maybe 15, 20 minutes trying to figure it out. Then I'm like, oh, I got to use the guy. Yeah, I gotta use Sidon. He's just standing. I haven't talked to him. He's just standing all the way in the middle of the water temple. I haven't even like interacted with anything yet. I was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. Don't cringe at me, okay?
I'm not cringing. I'm listening to
yeah.
What is it? A youngling Zelda player. I don't know.
Listen. I was looking all over the whole water temple for like how to do this, and I figured it out, and I felt stupid that I turned off the Switch, and I was like, I need a rest day. I need a rest day from this.
Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, not in a Zelda game because I'm good at those. I'm really good. Okay. But in real life, I spent probably an hour or two looking for my wallet. It's just like a little tiny magnet one that goes on the back of my phone.
Oh,
and I couldn't find it. Couldn't take my ID to the bar or anything. So I just had like some water and some room temperature Diet Coke. And I came back and it was like right on the edge of my bed, right there, plain sight. I mean, the comforter was probably over top of it when I was looking, but I cannot see in real life things that are right in front of me. In a video game, cool. I could have probably found that in like 2 minutes tops. But nope, real life, I'm useless.
Yeah, no, you know what? To be fair, I'm the same way, but it depends on the video game. Yeah, I'll say that. Okay, I will say that I'm blind in real life sometimes. Half the time.
Nice.
I've been trying to play Final Fantasy, the new one that came out, but I can't get into it. I can't do it. I'm sad about it because the story's pretty cool. It's very Game of Thrones, like I said before. Yeah. Very Game of Thrones. But then it always like there's always a really big story moment. Then it's like, all right, back to you need to deliver 3 bowls of syrup to these peasants. Okay. And then it's like, oh, you also need to get this rock for this guy. I was like, all right, but like those are main story missions, and I'm like, this is not what I just fought a giant goddess in the sky with wings, and I beat her, and I turned into the devil, and I beat her as the devil, and you're wanting me to take porridge to peasants? My guy. So
yeah, I mean, like, the 3 bears aren't going to feed themselves.
Yeah, you right.
They were just eating out of house and home. Like, come on, have a heart.
Right. You right. But I was, I don't know. I got very bored of it, which is very sad because I don't normally get very bored of video games, but that one I got very bored. So I started like installing a bunch of video games, and I was like, I want to try and get into something like I did with Spider-Man, like I did with The Last of Us, like I did with like all these other games. I couldn't do it. Horizon Zero Dawn, cannot get into that game. Days Gone, which is that zombie game, cannot get into it. Sorry. Let me think. I tried. This is a big one. I tried The Witcher 3. Could not get into it.
Wow. Okay.
I played it before. I haven't beat it, but I played it for like maybe 5 hours, and I couldn't. I was like, I'm good, right? But then when I tried to get into it after the next gen update, you know how it's on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 and all the new features, I tried it, and I was like, I can't do it. I don't have the heart to do this, and it's very, it's so odd. I don't know how to describe that feeling. Maybe I'm burnt out on video games, but. It's possibly, but so the answer to what am I playing right now? It's complicated.
It's complicated. Did you update your Facebook status with that?
Don't have Facebook. I don't know what that is. We don't talk about the social media. Do you? Yes. If you heard about what's going on with Instagram and Twitter and all the great amazing things that are happening. So you know how have you heard or no?
No. The only great amazing thing I've heard happening on Instagram is just Joshin.pod.
Just Joshin.pod
with its content.
Oh, content. There's so much content. Oh,
right?
So much content. So good. There's going to be another post coming soon, actually, but during this video that's being recorded, the post would have already been posted. Don't even worry about it.
In the past,
whatever time Time. Turn the knobs on your transmission devices and you'll figure it out.
Time doesn't exist. We don't date ourselves on this podcast at all.
No, look into a telescope. You can find like the beginning of the Big Bang that way. You know, it's very odd. Time's weird. Time is odd. But what's going on is that Instagram is Facebook, right? They're both the same thing. I don't know, whatever. So Instagram is making a new app which is linked to your Instagram. I forgot what it's called, but it's literally Twitter. It's Twitter, but Instagram. It's with your Instagram thing, like your at. It's just Josh Not Pod or whatever your Instagram thing, but it's just Twitter. It's literally Twitter. And everyone's like, yeah, we should do that instead of Twitter. And then people are looking at you know how on the App Store, it says like, oh, this is what it's going to like track, right?
Yeah.
The app tracks everything. Every single thing, everything you can think of, your name, your like email, your phone number, all of your other accounts, what you buy, what you sell, what you look at, like everything. It looks at that. And I'm glad that Apple is saying like, hey, beware of this app. But do we need another Twitter?
So look, I don't like social media.
No.
It is a plague on society, except for just Josh and Pod. But
yeah, that's the only saving grace.
I think that Twitter in its heyday served as a really good outlet, especially for news, that has yet to be matched on any other platform.
I agree.
Even like news stations.
Right.
Like it was so good, especially in like crises across the world, like instant updates. You could see it, text-based. There's pictures, cool.
Right.
It's an invaluable resource that Muskie Boy is just kind of driving into the ground right now. And I can understand why all these companies are smelling all the blood in the water and trying to snatch it up, be like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. And it makes sense because Facebook, I think is kind of dying too. Yeah. Like it's really falling out of favor with a lot of the younger generations and just kind of being, what's the word? It's synonymous with just misinformation at this point.
It's becoming the newest old MySpace, unfortunately.
Yes.
Right? How it's like dying out.
But I feel like MySpace
didn't
turn into a cesspool of hate before it left.
Oh, no, it did not.
Like, it was still filled with friends called Tom, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I can see why they're desperate to try this. So I think we do need something like it, but not so social media. I don't know. I just
No, I
if
agree.
they made one that was just news, and I know you could just follow it, but on Twitter you can't anymore because Musk will promote his tweets to you. They just need to make one that's just news.
It's okay. We'll be the news.
We are the news.
We are the news. We are. It's your anchors, Josh and Josh. Anxiety, Josh.
Anxiety.
Thank you.
Yes. You know, that would have made a perfect transition into the breaking news segment.
It would have, but do we have one?
I kind of do, and it relates relates to the next question we're going to talk about.
Okay. So you can.
I'm ready.
Okay, close one.
Hi. I'm your news anchor, Josh, partnered with my co-host, Josh. I have breaking news to discuss on the What I've Been Watching front. So, during July 4th, which may or may not have happened at some point in the past, but for your knowledge, some point, I may have watched Independence Day for the first time in my life.
What?
I have never seen Independence Day. And when I tell you that this movie is a masterpiece, it may be my second favorite movie of all time now.
Holy shit, really?
It was so good. It was so good.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. Damn, second favorite movie? God damn.
Because nothing's going to top Back to the Future. Like, I love that movie so much. It's my, like, feel-good movie. It's perfect. And I just wanted to share some thoughts on this movie because it was remarkable watching this after, you know, it's been in the public eye since, what, 96?
Ooh.
90s.
Yeah, I think
it was 90s.
Yeah,
I think it was 96 because I think the invasion happens in 97. Anyway. We're not going to mark this. This is, but it's so good. There are so many like interweaving plots that they all sync up. I was like, how are they gonna connect all these characters together? Like they're all across the world, all across the United States, and just how are they gonna make this mesh? And they do it. They do it. They've got so many good characters. Jeff Goldblum. They've got Will Smith. They've just got Sally Fields. Like there's just the person
who plays the president, I forgot his name.
Like there's just so many good
now
moments.
You gotta watch the second one.
Yeah, I've heard that one's not as good, but I really want to watch it.
It's not. I watched it in the movies. I've watched it in the movies.
Yeah.
In the theater. Wow. And I didn't know what to expect. It was good, but it wasn't as good as the first one. Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Those unnecessary sequels are almost never as good. But there's some gems out there.
Back to the Future 2 is good.
Yeah, but that was a necessary sequel. That was still in the same kind of time zone. It's like Star Wars, like it was a planned sequel. Shrek 2, it was a planned sequel. You know? It wasn't
Shrek 2 was a planned
decades
sequel?
later. Yeah, Shrek 2 was a sequel, you know?
It was a planned sequel?
Yeah, they were like, okay, this one made money, we're going to make another one.
I see what you mean. Okay.
I will say, despite it was campy.
Yes.
Like there were some really campy moments. And I would just like to ask these questions and pose them to our listeners, to you, to anybody, to just help me, you know, reconcile with these things I saw in the movie. So this one's more of a general question for movies like this in total. So these big, giant global disasters, do these total strangers that unite to solve this problem, do they go and get lunch like once a month afterwards? Like they're like, oh, hey, remember when we all trauma bonded simultaneously when our species was almost wiped out? That was great. Yeah, no, I'll have another mimosa. And it's just great seeing you again. How have you been? It's
I mean,
like, do they just like, okay, cool. We've had this moment and we've experienced this together. See you never.
It's like how the Avengers go get shawarma.
Yeah. Is that something
dips?
Like? Do they make the remember Independence Day lunch club? What do they do? Do these people? I understand this is why we never see this part after the fact, but or I don't know. Maybe this is in the sequel. They're like, oh, we haven't seen you since such and such time.
Well, I don't remember much of the sequel, but I have a feeling how they did it. I think I'm wrong, but like for most of those types of movies, it's always like all these people all this PTSD trauma on this like apocalypse, right? And then it's the next movie and they're older and they have better jobs. They're like the leader of their thing, and it always like pans, and it's always like some new people talking about stuff. And then the old legacy character comes out, and he's like, "You talking about shawarma?" And the theater goes wild. Oh God, it's Jeff Goldblum! It's Jeff Goldblum talking about shawarma.
But they do that even when he's not in a movie.
This is true. This is true. Sorry. And but like and he's like, there's a new disaster. And like, damn, I gotta get the gang back together. And then he calls up his friend, the president, who's no longer the president. He's like a homeless man on the side of the road. And he's like, yeah, when aliens attacked, I told the whole world that they should be ready for another attack, but they didn't listen to me. Now he's just a homeless guy. You know what I mean? Like it's the tropes where they go either
because he can't really go up from president.
No,
like Bill Pullman could only go so far.
You either go higher than what your normal position was in the first movie, or you go in your absolute lowest time. Your wife died, your kids are all alone, they don't love you, you know, you live in a box on the side of the road, you know, it's that kind of stuff. Okay,
something else that it didn't bother me, but I found it hysterical. And I don't think they mentioned it at any other time in the movie. It just happened to be, oh, by the way, the president was a fighter pilot, because of course he was.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Because everybody had to be involved in this.
Yeah.
And he can't just sit there and give this powerful speech and just stand and watch. No, he had to be up in the air. He had to go do this. And
of course.
It was great.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, of course he's a fighter pilot. Let's do this.
I think it just got you hyped, and it's like, well, now I'm a fighter pilot. Let's go. Well,
yeah. Like, aren't we all fighter pilots on the inside? No, honestly, like I watched that and I said, man, I kind of want to be a fighter pilot. Look at that. Mean, that's awesome.
After playing Call of Duty Vanguard, the Ace games, and being a fighter pilot, and then going to do Soaring Over the World at California Adventure, I think I'm a fighter pilot.
Yeah, totally.
I think
I just need to, get into space, do something like that.
Oh, you gotta get into space.
Man, I absolutely loved that. I also loved that the alien invasions can heal broken marriages. Jeff Goldblum and Sally Field, they were divorced, I think 3 years in that movie, and by the end they're just like, boom, we're back together. It's the love.
It's the love.
I mean,
love
honestly, trope. It happens in real life.
Yeah, I know it does.
But then one thing, the end gave big It's a Wonderful Life vibes when the president picks up his daughter, and she goes, "Happy 4th of July, Daddy." Like super teacher says when a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. That's right. It was just Happy 4th of July. Just, every time a bomb is dropped, an eagle gets its wings. That's America. And then those end credits just hit you like a truck, like Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's fantastic movie. 10 out of 10. I absolutely love this movie.
I gotta watch it.
And I might make it a tradition to just watch this every year on
the 4th of July
Day. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that do that, and I've heard about that, and I never really got that. Now you telling me this, I understand.
I went up, so my roof you can see like over the valley, and I went up there, and you can just look over. I saw fireworks here, fireworks there, fireworks there, fireworks there, fireworks there. I was like, this is awesome. I'm inspired. Independence Day, let's go. So it was wonderful.
Did you watch it on the roof?
I did.
You watched it on the roof while the fireworks are... Dude, that's the best.
I have a projector, and I stick it up on... There's this big empty wall, and so I just sit there. It was amazing. Would recommend.
Dude, I could just imagine during like the invasion and everything, and all the fire pilots and everything, the bombs are going off, and then the fireworks are going off IRL. Oh, dude. Oh,
dude. It was wild.
That's wild already, dude. Hell yeah. I got to do that now. I gotta do that. It's on my bucket list now.
Do it. Most fireworks start around like, it gets dark 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Anytime there's fireworks, just do it. That's the time you want to start.
For me, it happened at like 6 or 7. It started like
there's definitely some all day, but the best ones you can see is when it gets dark.
Yeah,
that's when everybody kind of takes off.
Definitely. For me, for watching, I rewatched La La Land again. That was as sad as it was when I watched it in theaters. I forgot how sad it was, and then I realized after talking with Brittany, she was telling me that it's basically the last 5 years, and I thought about that, like the musical, the last 5 years, if anyone can understand that. And I thought about that, and I was like, yeah, it is the last 5 years. It's the last 5 years, but like with scenes, it has scenes in there. And without the cheating, obviously, without the cheating, but like, it's basically the last 5 years, and I was like, oh, is that why I like this movie? It's the last 5 years, but there's more. I could
see that, yeah, like you just see them slowly, maybe not grow apart, but like.
Yeah, it's more of like
they want different things.
Yeah, one of them wants to settle. Well, not settle. Yeah, settle. Basically, they're settling for, instead of having a dream. While Mia, right? That's her name. Mia. Yeah, Mia. Or Kathy wants to make sure that their dreams are made, and there are times where it's like, why, either like they're jealous or they're not jealous, or like, the Ryan Gosling Jamie doesn't understand the actor Mia Kathy Emma Stone. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of those moments, and it's like, okay, no, I see that, but I like it. I like that it's very much like the last 5 years. I saw that, so I watched that, and then when I watched halfway through Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
Oh, so good
on Independence Day. So
such a good movie.
It's such a good movie, dude. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Watching Captain America on the 4th of July, America's birthday. It's so good. I watched halfway. Yeah, no, chef's kiss, 100%. I watched halfway through it, and then we weren't able to finish it. We had to go and do other things. But the one thing that I was thinking about was that movie is so good, but like if we were to take that movie, or like if we compare it, which one would be better, The Winter Soldier or Civil War?
Winter Soldier.
Really? You think so?
Oh yeah, no, that movie is so good. It is better than most. It might be my favorite Marvel movie.
I think I like Civil War because it's basically the Avengers. It's an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
And also Spider-Man gets introduced in there. So brownie points there. Thank you, Marvel.
Oh yeah, it's a fun movie. But in terms of like a good movie, Winter Soldiers.
I heard that I haven't watched Secret Invasion yet with the Nick Fury stuff. Have you?
I actually did. Earlier on that day that I watched Independence Day. I watched the first 2 episodes, and it gave me Winter Soldier vibes.
That's what I was thinking. Like people were saying that it's very Winter Soldier like, which I'm taking as a very good sign.
Yes, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Hell yeah.
I'm very excited to see what they do with that show.
Yes, same. I haven't seen any spoilers. I haven't watched anything yet. Me and Brittany are doing our Marvel movie marathon. So we're going through every single Marvel movie. We're currently on the Winter Soldier. We skipped Thor 2 for obvious reasons. And
they recap it in Endgame, so you're good.
Yeah, for like it's 4 seconds. It's not. It doesn't even matter. But we're currently on that, and then once we go through all the movies, we're going to go through all the shows, which will then lead us to that show. So we're not going to watch it until we're done, which is going to take a little while, but I don't mind. It's fine. And I think the other thing that I'm watching it's not really watching, but I've been perusing YouTube for like ghost and scary horror real life clips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And because, it's almost spooky season. Almost. Almost. I'm praying that it comes faster, but
if you ask Michaels, it's already spooky season.
This is true. This is very true. It's always spooky season for him. But I've been looking at a lot of those. I haven't been finding much that I like. It's mostly just like things that are like, there's a girl in my basement. He opens the door and you hear, wah, and you go into the basement. There's nothing in there. I'm like, wow, who would have sound? Whoa, that's cool. But then there are others where it's like, there's a girl in my pantry. A little girl in my pantry, and he has like a glass door, and there's like handprints and like an actual person like there, a little girl, and he opens the door and there's nobody there. Opens the door, closes the door, opens the door, and there's a little girl like in the corner. Closes the door, open the door, and she's gone. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but like, I'm just gonna say, if this is real, fuck that. If it's not real, that's some good editing. So I've been watching a lot of that, but nothing too. I'm not really sticking on anything. It's more of just like going from video to video, channel to channel, movie to movie, and all that jazz. So,
damn.
Rounding out this 30-minute what you watching, what you do, what you playing. What are you doing? What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? Like I said last week, I went to go see Into the Woods and surprised Emily. It was a wonderful surprise. She loved it.
Nice.
And this was the Broadway revival production, but they brought it to LA.
Awesome.
And one second, I have the program over here.
Oh, beautiful, gorgeous.
It was wonderful, but I need to they will never hear this, but I need to make a call out.
Oh, make the call out.
All right.
Promote it, put it on the Instagram. Here we go.
Where are you? Here we go. All right. Kennedy Kanagawa, you are an incredible puppeteer. Like, you are fantastic. Like, holy cow. And then Josh Breckenridge, you were there as well with the other things I don't want to spoil because I'll talk about it because it was really fun.
Yeah.
The giant were two giant like heels. And it was just like they were nice. Like you could see it and it added so much personality. Mm-hmm. But Kennedy was milky white. For anybody that's unfamiliar with the show Into the Woods, that is the cow as white as milk. Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, he owns it, he trades it for the beans, blah 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 blah. Usually it's played by a prop, like it's just a white cow they stick on screen or on the stage and they pick it up and they walk away with it, or different things like that, or it's on wheels. It's most of the time a prop. Sometimes it's a person in a costume. I've seen some productions like that and it's really fun. It adds a new character life that they can just interact with on stage. Mm-hmm. But this was the best milky white I've ever seen. Oh. It was a puppet, and it just had so much life to it. It was breathing on stage. And I know anybody that's, familiar with puppetry, they're like, no, that's like what it's supposed to do. It's like, yeah, but you don't understand how many puppets you see that are just lifeless. Yeah. Like, we're talking like Muppets and above quality. Like, this was so good. And it would just sit there when it wasn't even part of the scene. He would just, like, it would breathe. You could see the whole body like moving as he breathed, and he would just react to things. And it was really good. It was by far the best part of that production, and it was a really good production. Hell yeah. I just wanted to say, like, that was, I loved it. It was amazing. I'm still not over, like, how good the puppetry was in that and how much it added to that show. I wish there were more shows that added puppetry like that. Like Lion King, fantastic. Oh, yeah. Like this one, fantastic. Even the birds that would swoop in and, Usually maybe they're just like little mini props or not even there. They're just sounds from the machine. They flew in and they were talking and flying and talking to Cinderella. It was amazing. It was so good. Puppetry, top tier. You guys are fantastic. And I know you'll never hear this, but you are fantastic.
We're
and I hope you feel
it.
fantastic.
We're promoting it. We're putting it on Instagram. They're going to hear it.
Definitely. If you're
tagging
in the area or are able to see it, I'm sure it'll go on tour. Like, go see it. It's great. The puppetry, great.
Chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
You know, speaking of puppetry, I was thinking, have you seen Coraline?
Yes.
Okay. Make that into a musical.
Oh, they could really make that into a musical. That would be really good.
With like puppetry on the later in the show when it like reveals that everything was controlled by the mother. Like they turn into puppets, so they can just that's a whole thing, a whole puppet aspect to it. Just think about that.
It could be really cool where when she goes into the, I don't know what it's called, but the other world.
You're right.
All the same actors and characters, because you never see them in the same place.
Right.
They're just, because they have all the button-eyed people. They're just puppets controlled by their actors.
Yes. I didn't even think about that. Them. That's smart.
And that it's still them talking, but then the focus becomes the puppets, and it's somebody could do a really fantastic job with that.
So, if someone steals this, if somebody takes this idea, contact us. You owe us money, because that is a golden idea. I didn't even think about it that way. I thought about the puppets. I didn't think about that. That's a whole nother level. Holy shit. Okay. Wow.
It's similar to, I was in early on, I think one of the first productions I was ever in, I was in it was a puppet production, but we were acting on stage. It was a grad student had written a play and constructed the puppets for this. We were all actors. What had happened was there was a virus that turned people into puppets, but not only puppets, Randy Newman puppets.
Oh, that's the best.
That like Randy Newman versions of themselves, and they could only really communicate in Randy Newman songs. No. It was real, and it was fantastic. I loved it. I was the first person to get turned. And so I'm like, I pass out, I convulse, and I lay down. They cover me with a blanket to keep me safe. And then I sneak out a puppet from behind. It's just, hello. And I still have the puppet. It's in my closet somewhere. I'll have to bring him on as a guest next week or something.
Fantastic. Please do that.
But it was so fun. And then I had to walk around as the puppet, but I was controlling it. It was me, but they couldn't see me. They could only see the puppet. And I know that's, that's how puppet and live action works. Like, duh. Yeah. But it was just so fun to have that. And one of the best lines that I did not get in that movie, or not in that movie, in that play, there's like a little romance thing going on, and it ends, the lights dim, and they're like, oh, we only have each other type deal. They start, making out, getting a little hot and heavy, the lights dim, and the act ends, and she goes, you've got a friend in me. And, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, that's her turning, and it's a Randy Newman quote. I get it. Yeah, cool. Tech Week. This is probably like 2-3 days before we open. I'm sitting in the audience, and I'm watching this scene because I'm not in it. And I hear it, and it all clicks for me. I'm like, oh! I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, and here I was just innocently thinking, oh, it's just a Randy Newman quote. Yeah. Toy Story. It's great.
For our younger listeners, I'm not going to explain that. Why are you listening to this podcast? Actually, continue
ask
listening.
Your parents.
Yeah, ask your
Also, ask your parents where babies come from.
Yes, profusely. And if they tell you it's from storks or from magic or something like that, they're fucking wrong. All right?
Yeah, I want you to look them in the eye and tell them they're fucking wrong.
Please don't quote us on that, okay? We don't want to have people suing us. We don't have people yelling at us or being for doing wrong things to like that. We don't condone this, okay? We're anyway. I'm moving on.
Yeah.
What have I been doing? Well, I have something I actually wanted to talk about. So, I've been working and working out and stuff like that, obviously. But there are some times where I don't want, I get hungry after working out, and I'm 100% not endorsing this app. Okay.
I really thought this was a setup for a sponsorship I didn't know about. I was like, oh my God, he's so good.
No. If it was, I am doing it pretty well, but I'm not endorsing it. Okay. I'm going to critique it just a little bit. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It rhymes with Cloor Clash. All right. So I've been
Cloor Clash.
Yeah. So I've been ordering food from Cloor Clash. Right. And sometimes I get hungry. I don't want to pick it up, or I don't want to like drive all the way to Chipotle and pick up my, order it there and then come back. And sometimes I don't have time to do that, and I want it delivered when I'm done working. Boom, get my food. So this happens a lot more than I want it to happen, and I get it. Like if it happens once or twice, I understand. But if it happens more than like 10 times in the past week or so, or weeks, there's something wrong. So here is what I do in Cloor Clash. So this has happened today. I ordered Chipotle. The estimated time that says it will arrive is 17 minutes. Fantastic. So I will do work and I order this so it'll come in 17 minutes from now so I can eat it at lunch. Great, right? So it's like 11:40. My lunch is at noon. And so I order this and it allows me to do like express for like $3 more. I'm like, oh, it can get here 2 minutes faster for $3 more. Do I press the button? Of course I do, because I'm dumb. So I click that, and now instead of 17 minutes, it's 15 minutes. Fantastic, right? 11:40. It'll come here in 15 minutes. I'll have it right before lunch. And I order an al pastor quesadilla with pinto beans and white rice on the side, and there's like a vinaigrette that I dip the quesadilla in. It's so good. Yeah. So I order that. And I go do my work. 11:50 hits, and I finally get the confirmation that a dasher has. I'm sorry, not a dasher, a clasher. We're gonna bleep that. A clasher.
Yeah.
A clasher has taken my order, so they're gonna go to the restaurant to pick it up. Fantastic. And it shouldn't take that long. It's already been like 10 minutes. It's 11:50, right? It's 12 o'clock. No notification. He hasn't picked it up. His name's John. John has your order. Fantastic. Okay, it's noon. I'm on lunch. That's fantastic. Great. I'll give it another 5 minutes. 12:05 hits. I look and still hasn't picked up the order. That's interesting. I look and he's nowhere near the Chipotle. Where is he? He's in a suburb. Whoa, that's a little weird. Maybe he's doing another order. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. 12:10 hits. He's still there. Yeah.
Sir, you paid $3 extra so that he wouldn't go to another place.
I paid $3 extra so that man could sit at home for a little bit longer. So 12:05, right? 12:05 hits, or 12:10 hits, right? And he's still at home or wherever he is in the suburb. I'm getting a little annoyed at this point because I'm like, it's past the point of where I should have my food by now. And I'm sitting there with all of my other coworkers who have their food and are currently eating their food. And they're asking, where's your food, Josh? And I go, oh, I ordered it from Cloor Clash. And my clasher, John, is currently en route to pick up my food. And they said, why didn't you pick it up yourself? And I said, it'd be faster. Huh. Well, little did I know, 12:20 hits. Did you pick up the food? No, he hasn't picked up the food yet. He has not picked up the food. I am scared that my al pastor quesadilla is getting cold. Right? I'm about to call this asshole, this clasher. Okay. And then finally at 12:30, almost an hour later, oh, your clasher has picked up your order, is on his way. Oh, wow, fantastic. This is supposed to be 15 minutes, almost an hour I have to wait for this. Oh boy. And another 10 minutes go by and he arrives with my food. I get my food. I'm beyond annoyed at this point. And he goes, he has the audacity to text me after I got the food and say, thank you for the food, or thank you for picking up, for ordering and the tip. If you could add a 30% tip to this, that would be great. I had about enough. I had about enough. All right. So I take my food and I eat it. It was medium coldness. It wasn't warm. It wasn't frozen, but it was like right in the middle. And I ate it and I went back to work because it already passed my lunchtime. So, this has happened on multiple occasions. Even when I'm home and I order like Lazy Dog or like Din Tai Fung, something like that, right? Yeah. And this happens, and I assume it's because they already pick up the order and they're already picking up another order so they can do like multiple at the same time. But like, if the express button and your estimated time for both of those aren't accurate, what are you doing? Are you giving your clashers like an less pay for this? Are you docking them points? What are you doing? Because my Chipotle was a little cold, and I waited an hour, and I paid extra, and I get shit. Okay, so Josh, that's what I'm doing.
Sounds like you're doing great.
I'm doing fantastic. I'm about to cry. Oh my god, dude.
Now I'm afraid to ask, did you go into support and get a refund at least for the $3 at least?
No. I didn't go to support. I didn't go to Cloor Clash support because as much as I would like to go through customer service, I've seen their customer service, especially on Reddit.
Yeah.
And it's not good. Because
a lot of times it'll be like you don't even have to interact with a person. They'll just give you money.
This is true. I've had that happen before. They didn't give me food, a part of my order, and they just gave me a refund. But there are other times where it's like my Cloor Clash person,
Cloor Clash, yeah,
my Cloor Clash person was late or something. Okay, you need to talk to a live representative, and you go, because I've seen these logs of people, and they're like, well, the estimated time doesn't really mean that it's going to arrive at that time, and you paying for that much money doesn't mean that it's going to arrive during that time. So it's in the fine print, and I'm like, fuck your system. All right, okay. Damn. So and I'm again not endorsing I'm not endorsing, guys.
Yeah, no, this definitely didn't take the turn I thought it was going to be. I really thought this was starting off with like endorsement, sponsorship deal, and no, you're reading them to
no.
filth.
That's later. I'm just saying, I'm dragging them through the mud. I'm not endorsing. I just wish that they would fucking fix it. And if they don't fix it, that's fine. I spend my money for you, Cloor Clash. I got a Cloor Clash pass. Okay, I got a Cloor Clash pass, and I don't think
Clash pass.
Yeah, Clash pass. Thank you. And I don't think it's fucking worth it anymore. I don't think it's worth it. How much am I paying for that? I don't know. They gave it for me for a free trial. Now I'm just paying monthly for it. I don't think it's a good idea. Why am I doing this to myself? Because I like food.
You like food and it's easy. Yeah, it's well, you know, I just have to say, Cloor Clash, do better.
Do better,
Cloor Clash,
please.
Oh, and you know, down the road, you know, because we're gonna have to talk soon about some sponsorships and some sponsors we've got coming up or might hear, because that'll also tie into our Patreon and stuff later on that we're going to talk about. I'm going to keep the listeners on the hook for one more week about the special the special top tier the very exciting one. That one we're going to go really in depth. I'm going to say next week for sure. Like we're going to talk about it next week.
You are not ready for this. I'm going to say you are not ready for this.
If somebody takes this tier, I will have achieved comedy. I am become
right.
Comedy.
I have become comedy.
Laugher of worlds.
Just Josh and have become comedy. It come comedy.
Damn.
Oh
well. Until then, we'll just have to hope that a sponsorship comes from Boober Beats. Thank you.
Boober Beats. That's a good one. Listen.
Thank you.
Listen, Boober Beats, if you're listening, and if you would like to sponsor us, Boober Beats, I would gladly get a Boober Pass. Whatever the hell you guys are.
Yeah, get those Boober Beats, Boober Pass, Boober Premium.
Boober Premium. Give me that Boober Premium. I will happily order from you.
Or depending on the area you live, you might also have Nubhub. So
Nub. That
one sounds a little. Bye.